Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. It's your host Naeem, and today we're diving into some of the most exciting and pressing topics surrounding your Dallas Cowboys. We've got an action-packed episode ahead, so grab your favorite Cowboys gear and get comfortable, because today, we're breaking down the latest rumors about some of the biggest stars on the team: Micah Parsons, Tyler Smith, DaRon Bland, and Jake Ferguson. These are the players who could shape the Cowboys' future for years to come. So let's get into it. Starting with the one, the only, Micah Parsons. The sensation that has taken the NFL by storm since his arrival in 2021. It feels like every week he's in the spotlight for making some kind of incredible play. Whether it's a sack, a forced fumble, or just sheer pressure on the quarterback, Parsons has been the backbone of the Cowboys' defense. But as much as Cowboys fans love watching him make plays, we're all wondering, when is Micah Parsons going to get paid what he's truly worth? As it stands, Parsons is currently on his rookie contract, which means the Cowboys are paying him less than his market value. He's slated to earn just over $3.6 million in the 2023 season, which is a bargain for a player of his caliber. But let's be clear, Micah Parsons is one of the top defensive players in the entire NFL, and he is undoubtedly going to get paid like one. Rumors have been swirling for months now that the Cowboys are gearing up for a massive extension that could make Parsons the highest-paid defensive player in the league, potentially surpassing Aaron Donald's massive $31 million per year contract. Some sources suggest that the Cowboys front office is already in the process of negotiating terms with Parsons' representatives, and this could be a deal that breaks the internet once it's finalized. Imagine Parsons earning upwards of $30 million per season. It's not out of the question. But let's take a moment and consider the implications of such a deal for the Cowboys. First off, this would be a huge commitment financially, especially in a league where the salary cap is a constant balancing act. The Cowboys would need to clear up cap space and perhaps make some difficult decisions in order to make room for such a massive deal. But the truth is, Micah Parsons' impact on the field is so undeniable that the Cowboys are likely willing to make whatever adjustments necessary to keep him in Dallas for the long haul. What do we know about Parsons and his contract timeline? Parsons has made it clear that he loves playing for the Cowboys and wants to remain in Dallas, which gives the team a sense of comfort as they move forward with negotiations. After all, the last thing the Cowboys want is for one of the best defenders in the game to even entertain the possibility of testing free agency. The Cowboys have the money to make this deal happen, and they certainly have the incentive. Parsons is one of the few players in the NFL who could change the course of a game single-handedly. If he stays healthy and continues playing at an elite level, this could be a deal that pays off for the Cowboys for years to come. While a deal for Parsons is certainly one of the most exciting topics right now, let's move on and talk about another key player in the Cowboys' future, Tyler Smith. When the Cowboys drafted Smith in the 2022 first round, they were hoping to find a long-term answer to their offensive line woes. And after his rookie season, it's safe to say that Smith has more than lived up to the hype. He was a versatile force, playing both left tackle and guard, and he quickly earned the respect of his teammates and coaches alike. In 2022, Smith was thrust into a starting role at left tackle early in the season due to injuries on the line, and he didn't just survive, he thrived. His performance exceeded expectations, and he quickly became one of the most reliable pieces on the Cowboys' offensive line. But now that the Cowboys have found success with Smith in a prominent role, the next big question is, what's next for Tyler Smith? The Cowboys have always placed a premium on strong offensive line play, and they've spent years building a group that could protect Dak Prescott and pave the way for Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. But in 2022, the offensive line was arguably one of the most inconsistent aspects of the team's performance, especially after Tyron Smith's injuries. Yet Tyler Smith has been a bright spot, and he's showing that he could be the future of this unit. The Cowboys are certainly aware of this, and many analysts believe that an extension for Tyler Smith could be coming sooner rather than later. Smith's contract situation is still in the early stages since he was just drafted in 2022, but the Cowboys could be looking to lock him down for the long term. His combination of strength, quickness, and football IQ makes him a cornerstone piece of the Cowboys' offensive line for the future. Fans love his nasty streak and his ability to dominate defenders. If the Cowboys decide to extend him, it would make sense to secure him before his stock rises even further, especially after another strong season in 2023. Could the Cowboys offer him a contract extension this offseason? It's certainly possible. The team would likely want to address key contract situations before they get too complicated, and securing a young talent like Smith would be a smart move. Moreover, with the Cowboys possibly trying to make another Super Bowl run, locking up the offensive line is crucial to Dak Prescott's protection and the success of the team's running game. Let's move now to another emerging star, DaRon Bland. When the Cowboys drafted Bland in the 5th round of the 2022 draft, not many people expected him to become one of the key players in the team's secondary. But boy, did he prove everyone wrong. Bland had a phenomenal rookie season and quickly established himself as a ball hawk who could make plays in critical moments. He finished the 2022 season with 5 interceptions, including a pick six, and he showed that he could be trusted to cover top receivers. For a 5th-round pick, Bland's performance was exceptional, and now there's talk that he could be a future cornerstone in the Cowboys' secondary. With Trayvon Diggs already proving to be one of the top corners in the NFL, the Cowboys could have one of the best cornerback duos in the league in Diggs and Bland. But what does that mean for Bland's future in Dallas? The Cowboys have a track record of rewarding players who exceed expectations, and Bland's rise has certainly caught the team's attention. While it might be a little early to talk about a contract extension, given that Bland is still on his rookie deal, the team could be looking to secure him for the future before he truly explodes onto the scene. His ball-hawking ability and growing confidence on the field make him an intriguing prospect for the Cowboys, and locking him up early could be a wise move. A future extension for Bland may not happen immediately, but keep an eye on this one. The Cowboys love to build around young talent, and Bland has shown that he's capable of being a key player for this team. If he can continue to play at a high level, don't be surprised if the Cowboys look to sign him long-term in the next couple of years. Lastly, let's talk about Jake Ferguson, the young tight end who was drafted by the Cowboys in 2022. With the departure of Jason Witten, the Cowboys were looking for a new face at the tight end position, and Ferguson has certainly shown flashes of his potential. He's a solid route runner, a good blocker, and has the ability to make plays in the passing game. While he may not be putting up flashy numbers just yet, there's a growing belief that Ferguson could become a reliable target for Dak Prescott. The tight end position has always been important in the Cowboys' offensive scheme. With the likes of Witten and more recently Dalton Schultz, the Cowboys have had consistent production from the position. Jake Ferguson has the potential to carry that torch forward, and while he's still developing, the team has already shown faith in his abilities. Ferguson has a chance to establish himself as one of the key components in the Cowboys' passing attack. So, where does Ferguson stand in terms of his contract? The Cowboys don't have to worry about extending him just yet since he's still on his rookie deal. But if Ferguson continues to show growth and becomes a reliable threat in the passing game, it wouldn't be out of the question for the Cowboys to discuss a future extension. The tight end position is a crucial part of the Cowboys' offense, and securing a player like Ferguson would only help Dak Prescott's development moving forward. So, to recap, Micah Parsons is primed for a massive contract extension that could make him one of the highest-paid defensive players in the league. Tyler Smith is poised for a long-term deal to solidify the offensive line for the future. DaRon Bland's rise could lead to a future extension, and Jake Ferguson's potential could make him a key piece of the Cowboys' offense for years to come. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about these potential contract situations? Who do you think should get an extension first? Will Parsons get that monster deal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss any updates on your favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, let's keep supporting America's team.